Yeah, we are live.
Yeah. उसमें वो ऑप्शन तुमने इफ यू लुक एट द ऑप्शन इट शुड से दैट एक टिक होगा ऑन क्या कहते हैं प्रॉम्प्ट पीपल टू जॉइन यूट्यूब वंस 500 प्लस आर रीच, ऐसा कुछ लिखा होगा. देखो एक मिनट. मोर पे क्लिक करोगे तो आ जाएगा मेरे ख्याल से, जहाँ लाइव हो रहा होगा ना वहीं पर लिखा आएगा. कैन यू सी दैट? आई एम नॉट एबल टू हियर यू.
ये कहाँ आएगा? जूम में आएगा?
हाँ, जूम में ही जहाँ पर मोर लिखा हुआ है नीचे, जहाँ पे लाइव है ना, वहीं पर एक ऑप्शन आता है कि प्रॉम्प्ट पीपल टू जॉइन ऑन यूट्यूब वंस द मीटिंग लिमिट इज रीच्ड. वो
ठीक है, वो
बाय
कर रहा हूँ।
वो है ना, मतलब इट इज टिक्ड ना, मतलब वो समझना था बस.
ठीक है, हाँ हाँ हो जाएगा।
इज दैट कंफर्म दैट सेटिंग इज ऑन?
हाँ भाई रेडी। ये यहाँ यहाँ तो नहीं आ रहा है। वी आर ऑलरेडी लाइव ऑन द
या
चैनल।
हाँ हाँ, दैट आई नो, बट बेसिकली मोर पे जाते हैं ना जब, तो वहां पर एक सेटिंग लिखा आता है कि
मीटिंग क्या?
prompt people to join YouTube live once they reach once the maximum limit of the meeting is reached. I just want to ensure that that is enabled at your end.
ठीक है।
By default होती है, मतलब it's by default, तो I'm assuming वो होगी. But अगर मतलब मैं स्टार्ट करने से पहले जस्ट कंफर्म कर लो एक बार मेरे को, नहीं तो फिर I'll start.
आई थिंक यू शुड स्टार्ट। आई ट्राई टू फिगर दिस आउट, क्योंकि देर करने से कोई फायदा नहीं है।
चलो ठीक है, okay, I'll start. All right.
Hello, sir.
Hello, hi,
Hi.
folks. Hello. Yes, welcome to the session, folks. Great to see a lot of you joining in. We'll wait for a minute or so because I think a lot of you are yet to join in. And then we will begin. Yes.
Not a problem.
Somnath here.
Hi, everyone. So we are waiting just for all to join in. I'll just, give about 30 seconds more for everyone to settle in. Then we'll begin with the session today.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes, hi everyone. So just I think there are about 20, 30 people more to just join in. Let them join in and then we'll begin shortly. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Yes. Why don't we yeah, let's begin the session, folks. Yeah, quick request. It's an earnest request that all of you keep yourself on mute. And it's already very, very lovely to see a lot of videos on. Very, very difficult these days to get people to switch on the videos when we have these sessions, right? Thank you so much, everyone, for taking out time this evening for being part of this session. Yeah, so we'll quickly start with the presentation, and this is with regards to the latest recruitment drive that we have started at Samagra, right? Great. So let me just share my screen. So before we begin the session, um, those of you who are here on the call would love to use your annotate option and kind of put which part of the country are you guys joining us from. You can just put a dot, right? I'm sure that बहुत सारे 500 लोग के ऊपर हैं यहाँ पर, so there'll be a lot of dots. So I just would love to see where are you all joining us from, right? So we have people from UP, people from Bihar. Okay. I see a lot of scribble also. Okay. Random scribbles are also coming. Some people from Arabian Sea, some people from abroad. I think I'm assuming that people are also from the UK, from the US joining us. Right. Great. So a lot of Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra also. I see a lot of bunch of people coming. Andhra Pradesh, Telangana as well. Lovely. Okay. A lot of scribbles now. Okay. I think let's now stop this. All right. Perfect. Let me just erase all of this now. Yes, thank you so much, everyone. I'll stop the sharing. Yeah, I also see a lot of people putting it in the chat that where are all of you coming from? Where are all of you joining us from? Right. So great, folks. Thank you so much for joining in from all across the country and abroad. On this session, a bunch of you are also joining us on YouTube, right? Because the capacity of this meeting was 500, and we had around 2,500 people who registered for the session, right? So a lot of you would have gotten a prompt for joining us on YouTube. So thank you so much for joining in there, and please bear with us, right? The experience would be the same, right? The session would be the same, and you can put your questions in the in the comment section there, right? We are, yes, I am aware. I see a lot of comments on the YouTube also. People from UP, Varanasi, people from Rajasthan, right? So you can put all the questions in the YouTube also. I think I see about 200 people joining there as well. Yeah. Great, folks. So, what is the agenda for today? The agenda for today essentially is that I have a short deck. I have about 25-30 minutes. I will take you through a deck where I'll explain about Samagra. I'll explain about the recruitment process. I'll explain about what is in for you. And then we'll have a lot of Q&A also. Right? Yeah, I know. I've already seen a lot of questions on my LinkedIn and otherwise emails, right? We have replied to as many as we can because we have tweaked the process for this recruitment drive slightly. So I'll explain all of that. Be patient, bear with me. The session is till 8 o'clock, but if required, I'll extend it by even half an hour if we have to get there. It's completely okay. Okay. Thank you so much, all of you. Let me share my screen and we will begin with the session. All right, so let me just share the screen. And folks, throughout the session, if you have any questions and queries, right, keep on put it in the chat. I have my associate here who will basically be, looking at them, compiling it in a segmented format. And towards the end, we'll take questions from the chat. I'll also give you the opportunity to raise your hands and ask me questions directly as well. Okay. Yeah, folks, so quickly about myself. I'm a senior consultant at Samagra, right? I've been with Samagra since the last 4 years now, right? And the bunch of what I do essentially is around recruitment, outreach, special initiatives, right? And also a lot of experience around special initiatives such as the governance challenge, code for GovTech. Akash, I would request you, please don't disturb the session. Annotation is done now, right? So please. All right, perfect, great. And others also, folks, please let's not disturb the decorum of the session. Otherwise, it will take all my time to take the session, right? Awesome. Okay, so let me begin, folks. So before we begin with the session and discuss anything else, right? Let me just a second. Yeah. Yeah, so let me ensure that we start with this video, right? So let me start with this video, and then I will take you through the remaining part of the session.
Introducing Sangeeta, Shivansh and Sarita. Sangeeta is a small-scale farmer in the Puri district of Odisha who earns a little over 1 lakh per annum. Shivansh is a grade 3 student in the Unnao district of Uttar Pradesh who is a grade competent student. Sarita is a contractual Group D employee in the Rewari district of Haryana who currently avails a monthly salary of roughly 15,000 rupees. But the lives of Sangeeta, Shivansh and Sarita weren't always like this. A few years back, Sangeeta dreamt about having a better life for her family by being able to increase her annual income. Similarly, Shivansh dreamt about performing well in his class by being able to easily read and solve basic maths. And Sarita, she dreamt about getting her monthly salary on time.
Sangeeta, Shivansh and Sarita are not alone. Almost each and every Indian aspires for a better tomorrow. At Samagra, we have made that as our mission, to improve the quality of life of citizens through better governance. For far too long as a country, we have had a lot of potential. It's high time now that we realize that potential. If we have to become a developed country or a Viksit Bharat by the time we turn 100, it's imperative that we meet the aspirations of our 150 crore people. We firmly believe that governance is a key lever of change. We also believe that if India has to transform from a governance perspective, it has to be state by state by state, with Government of India playing an enabling role. Therefore, we are focused on working with the political executive and the bureaucratic leadership across states in India on deep system reforms or systemic transformations. We started off with a very different model, which was we used to work with MPs and MLAs and support them with different aspects of constituency development. So, जहाँ से भी वो elect हो रहे हैं, how do you facilitate development in that region? So we started working with MPs across party lines in 8 different states in the country. This was 2013, 14, part of 2015. The larger learning from that phase was state is where you can really conceptualize, design things, and at the same time have a very direct control on implementation. So we pivoted in 2015 to our current model, where we work with the political and the bureaucratic leadership at the state level. Our approach over the years has been a combination of 3 things: a top-down management consulting approach for problem structuring, a very grounds-up understanding of the governance ecosystem for solution design, and appropriate use of technology and data to enable the large-scale implementation of these solutions. We really believe when these 3 things come together, that's when magic happens. And this approach is manifested in the day-to-day working of our teams.
Our USP in working with governments is threefold. First, the ability to come up with practical solutions that are implementable at scale. Second, the ability to drive large-scale change management in government system. And finally, the third, the ability to leverage technology to push the envelope in governance.
We work with the state when there's a clear pull. That means there's political will on a topic and there's a bureaucratic champion who's been mandated to drive the transformation. Once the pull is there, then we co-create a transformation roadmap together with the state. These transformation roadmaps are often a combination of policy unlocks, administrative or management levers, technical or domain-specific interventions, and technology enablers. And then we are there through a 3 to 5 year period to catalyze the implementation of this roadmap till the time statewide measurable outcomes are achieved and things become sustainable in the system.
Based on this model, over the years, we have worked on 25 plus systemic transformation programs cutting across geographies and domains such as agriculture, school education, benefit delivery, skilling and employment, healthcare, financial inclusion, and so on. For instance, our work in agriculture in Odisha has impacted more than 75 lakh farmers in the state.
In 2018, there was an outbreak that affected most of the state's paddy crop. We're working with Samagra. They started to register those farmers. And now they literally have a control center. You know, when you walk in, you think, wow, this is agriculture, but you've got a command center and maps and people doing queries and sending out messages. I felt very much at home.
Similarly, our work in Haryana on benefit delivery impacted all the 2.7 crore citizens of the state.
गौरव गोयल जी का अपना एक बहुत बड़ा सहयोग इसमें हमको मिला है। चीज़ों को कैसे एफिशिएंट करना, कैसे फास्ट करना, कैसे नए आइडिया, कैसे टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ इसको आगे जोड़ना, बढ़ाना, इनकी पूरी टीम।
All our systemic transformation programs are powered by Samagra X, the umbrella under which we do all our GovTech and DataGov work. We have also embarked on a Gov.ai mission through which we aim to drive at-scale use cases of AI in governance in India over the next decade. We really believe in the power of AI to enable personalization at scale and to meet the needs of our diverse citizens where they are. Beyond all of this core work, We believe that the best minds in the country are needed to solve the complex governance challenges that India is facing today. Towards this end, we are driving a couple of ecosystem initiatives that are aimed at galvanizing the young, bright minds of India towards the governance space. The Governance Challenge is one such initiative. It is a unique competition targeted at students studying in the topmost postgraduate institutes across the country, which sensitizes them towards the governance space in an immersive manner. Code for GovTech or C4GT is another such initiative that is catalyzing a community of open source contributors and connecting them to organizations that are either building or adopting digital public goods across the country.
Over the years, in collaboration with governments and multiple other partners, lives of Sangeeta, Shivansh, Sarita, and crores of citizens like them have been impacted through our work. And now we are focused on making our contribution towards the Viksit Bharat. Come join us in this journey and commit yourself to nation building. As we say at Samagra, राष्ट्र निर्माण के यज्ञ में हमारी भी एक आहुति होनी चाहिए.
Yes, I hope all of you got a gist of what does Samagra do, right? हम लोग क्या करते हैं? What kind of organization are we, right? Yeah. So basically, in a nutshell, if I have to kind of summarize, right? Who we are? We are a mission-driven governance consulting firm, and this is a very, very loaded sentence, right? We are mission driven, which means that we are on a crusade. We are on a mission to improve the quality of life of citizens. That's the mission of the organization. And the idea essentially is that whichever domain leads to that is where we'll be working at. So be it agriculture, be it education, be it healthcare, be it service delivery, all of those domains are in the line of being, towards that mission of improving the lives of citizens, right? It's a governance consulting firm. Governance because that is the lever of change that we want to work upon. We are not a firm which provides consulting to the NGOs. We are not a firm that provides the consulting to CSR organizations. We are not a firm which provides consulting to anything beyond government, right? So, and specifically as Gaurav mentioned, state is the locus of change because that is where we can do the design and as well as implementation. And it's a consulting firm, and therefore there's high rigor expectation. There's problem solving, high order problem solving, which goes into doing what we do essentially. Yeah. Great. So perfect, right? So let's now begin with the rest of the presentation, and feel free to put questions in the chat, right? As and when they come, I will take pauses in between to refer to some questions, and towards the end, we'll be taking a lot of questions, right? Yeah. What is our approach? Our approach is basically a top-down management consulting approach, which is basically problem solving, structured approach of consulting way of problem solving, a bottom-up understanding of governance ecosystem. Therefore, there's a lot of visits that we do on the ground, what we call as the district visits, to really understand what is required on the ground and bake that into our consulting approach of top-down management problem solving and extensive use of data technology, because the scale that we work with, right, it is going to be inevitable that something or the other in terms of data and technology is what we leverage. Now, there are multiple problems. We have, historically worked, with more than 10 different states across 25 different programs in the last 12 to 14 years, right? Some of the problem statement, just to make it real for you, right? You must have heard of Supreme Court, pendencies of the court cases. So reimagining courts is what we worked till very recently in form of the Pukar program, right? So one of the programs which have been going on at Samagra, which we are going to talk about in more detail, is also about the learning outcomes for students. So improving the learning outcome of students, as you might have seen, that there's a lot of discrepancy in terms of the ASER report, claims that grade 5 students, grade 3 or grade 2 के भी text नहीं पढ़ पा रहे हैं, mathematics नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. So that's the kind of situations that we have seen across various parts and pockets of the country. Then a lot of delay in service delivery, right? There's a lot of delay and pendency in service delivery. Sometimes you don't know when will you be getting a scheme, when will you be getting a service, what all services and schemes are you eligible for, right? So those kind of problem statements is also what we work upon. And a problem statement that many of you might have heard of, doubling farmers' income. So how to improve the income of farmers, leading to their overall benefit and their family benefits. Again, a problem statement that we have worked on and are working on across multiple states. Right, so this is a list of some of the places that we are right now at. A quick over, you can see domains are across artificial intelligence, agriculture, service delivery, education, healthcare, right? And geographically, if you see, we have programs in UP, we have programs in Odisha, programs in Andhra Pradesh, we have programs in Maharashtra, right? Apart from this, we also have a couple of programs in the capital, right? So we are working also with the central government for that matter, right? So therefore, these are some of the different programs. These are some of the different domains that we have worked in, right? We are a for-profit organization, folks. We are not a government agency. We are not a government. We are not even a semi-government organization. We are a pure for-profit consulting firm, which provides consulting services or the design and implementation support to governments, right, in various states. I hope that's very clear now. Okay. Now, how do we solve these problems? Let's take an example of the NIPUN Bharat program. How many of you have heard of NIPUN Bharat initiative or the NIPUN Bharat mission? That is an integral part of essentially, you can just raise your hands or you can just put it in the chat, right? No, chat is also completely fine because I'm able to see chat better. Okay, so many of you have heard of it, NIPUN. Yeah, it's a national initiative. It's part of the national education policy, the new education policy, right? And right, so let's talk about quickly the program that we have worked with the government of Uttar Pradesh there. Yeah, right. So let's begin with what we call as a design of the of that particular program, which we call as a theory of change, right? So what is the goal that we kind of kept for ourselves? We kept the goal, which is to ensure that all the government school kids in grade 1 and 2 become FLN competent. What does FLN competency means? That there are certain competencies in terms of reading, writing, basic mathematical calculation, right? That is expected out of a kid in class 1 and 2, right? And ensuring that the kids in grade 1 and 2, right, are able to achieve those competency by March 2027 is what this particular program was all about, right? So that's how the program has been kind of conceptualized in terms of goal. Now, what do we do? Right? How do we design this? And obviously, it's not only about the design; it's also about ensuring that we are providing all the inputs, all the outputs, and measuring the outcomes for this. Right. So the first thing that we did was provide goal clarity via NIPUN Lakshya. So all the cadres, all the various block officers, school teachers, principals, right, everyone was told what this NIPUN Lakshya is going to be, right? Which is basically things like that. We will call a particular school. Just a second, folks, please. Please mute yourself. I'm getting a lot of disturbance on that front. Yeah. Anyways, just a second, folks. Yeah. All right. So NIPUN Lakshya, basically all the cadres have been told what their goal is going to be. The goal, for example, is as simple as that, okay, 45 words per minute is what the expectation is from a grade 1 student, right? And similarly, competencies are there in terms of mathematics, in terms of reading, in terms of writing, in terms of calculation. So that clarity has been provided to all the cadres, all the school teachers, right, across the state of UP, right? What were the inputs that have therefore been conceptualized to ensure that we achieve these goals, right? There's structured pedagogy. So there was a lot of reforms done on the pedagogy, the way the teachers are teaching. So a lot of workbooks, a lot of teaching material was created to ensure that there's structured pedagogy in place, right? Apart from that, we also have a lot of teacher training done, right? So the teacher is the locus of change here, and therefore teacher training was one of the critical things, right? To ensure that the structured pedagogy is internalized by them. वो लोग वो सही चीजें use करके they are able to utilize it to the best of their advantage, right? And then of course teachers alone may feel कि हमको कुछ guidance चाहिए, we need support, and therefore supportive supervision was provided via cadre of mentors. So mentors were established who ensured that these teachers are able to teach properly. Yeah. Now, but inputs are not enough, right? What is the next thing? Which is that what gets measured gets managed, right? And therefore, an application was created, a NIPUN Lakshya application was created using, so the team created an application through product management, through development, using the tech vendor to ensure that we have an application which is almost like a thermometer to test out the competencies of kids. Because you can understand that if the measurement is to be done on the ground, that jo pedagogy hai, jo teacher training hai, all of this is effective or not, right? It needs to be measured in the real time. अगर आप एक साल के बाद वेट करिएगा कि पूरा हम एग्जाम अलग से करेंगे, then the bus is already gone and it's already left the station. So the idea essentially was that in real time, रोज हम लोग कैसे teachers एक application के through measure कर सके basic competency. So because of the requirement of that, a NIPUN Lakshya app was created, and now all the teachers across the state of UP, and you can imagine the scale, 30 lakh बच्चे, 4 lakh teachers, 1.1 lakh schools, government schools में ये application का penetration कराया गया, right? And then they are now using this, right? But अब इसको अगर use कराना है तो there has to be some motivation for them, right? So motivation mechanism are very important. आप app provide कर सकते हो, आप material provide कर सकते हो, आप training provide कर सकते हो. What is the key motivation? The key motivation, if you understand that government systems में financial incentives don't work really well or are not existent, to be honest, right? Either they will lead to corruption or they will lead to a lot of situations where people are आपके पास option ही नहीं है उस चीज को करने का. And therefore NIPUN Vidyalaya, NIPUN Ghoshna were conceptualized. What are these? These are public recognitions, right? So chief minister, district magistrates, senior officials will felicitate the teachers who have been able to achieve the goals of NIPUN, right? And goals किस type से? Goals have been created in a manner that if 80% of the kids in a school are NIPUN, then the school is NIPUN, right? If the 80% of the schools in a district are NIPUN, then the district is NIPUN. And if 100% of districts are NIPUN, then the state is NIPUN. That kind of a cascaded, goal has been created for the state to ensure that NIPUN Lakshya are achieved. So NIPUN Vidyalaya and NIPUN Ghoshna. Basically, NIPUN Vidyalaya में क्या है कि we have created this system जहाँ पे assessments होते हैं, and assessments के through third party assessments almost की तरीके से आप पता करते हैं कि कितने schools निपुण हैं, कितने बच्चे निपुण हैं, and then you almost create an incentive via public recognition, right? कि ये teacher जो है they are part of a NIPUN school, तो उस पूरे school को felicitate किया जाएगा, ठीक है? Right? Beyond this, what more is required essentially is review and monitoring. Without review and monitoring, आपका accountability mechanisms cannot be in play in any government systems, right? And therefore cascaded reviews, which means हर stage पे review करना, right? District reviews, right? State reviews, right? Teachers are all, principals are taking school level reviews. So all of those are basically there. And all of that has been cascaded to a centralized NBMC dashboard. So it's almost a dashboard that we created, right, and help the government create, right, for the NIPUN Bharat monitoring, right, and a Vidya Samiksha Kendra, again a centralized place where all the grievances, all the data is accumulated and actions are taken based on that, right. Beyond this, जितने भी cadres हैं, चाहे वो teachers हैं, चाहे वो mentors हैं, चाहे वो block officers हैं, इनको repeated communication about the goal clarity, about the next thing which is to be done, assessments अगले कब होने वाले हैं, all of that is done through multiple physical workshops and WhatsApp groups which have been created. And finally, the team at Samagra ensures that we are having the ear to the ground via having district ownership, right? So we are owning the outcomes, we are defining KPIs. With all of that, what we are trying to do is कि district ownership रहे. हम लोग जा करके district magistrate से मिलेंगे, जा करके teacher से मिलेंगे, जा करके principal से मिलेंगे, जा करके district officer से मिलेंगे, so that we know that how things are panning out in each and every district. Yeah, so this is the theory of change. This is how we work. So this is an example of how Samagra works on an intervention as an example of education. Similar theory of change and implementation mechanism would be in play for all the other programs that I just showed. चाहे वो AI powered उड़ीसा program है, चाहे आपका agriculture program है in Maharashtra, चाहे वो आपका CM Sampada program for mining affected areas in Odisha, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so that's the idea. Yeah, now let's take a step ahead, right? Now let's take a step ahead, right? In terms of understanding how do we do that? Through two supportive teams that are there in Samagra. So एक तो हमारी program team है, which is the team which will be working, designing and implementing each and every program. They are supported by two teams. One of them is Samagra X. As I told you before that all the data, all the GovTech work that we do, right, is an integral part of our interventions, right? So Samagra is a dedicated team which provides two things, right? The product design and tech management. So we almost help the government onboard tech vendors, design the systems, and ensure that government is able to create systems for large scale service delivery or large scale interventions across the programs. So there's a Samagra X team which does that, right? The team is also responsible for a gov.ai mission, which is that hum AI ka bahut utilization karte hain, and I'll talk about that through some examples. Let's take an example of product design as of now, using the example of the NIPUN Bharat program itself. If you look at this, we created this NBMC, which is NIPUN Bharat Monitoring Cell. सारी चीजें अगर आप देखें यहाँ पर, if you look at this dashboard, it's a dashboard created to access all the data, system generated data at one place. Then we are tracking the right level of KPIs, real-time integration of data is done, block level, district level, state level, हर level के अलग-अलग reviews are happening, right? And then the VSK, which is the Vidya Samiksha Kendra, is also utilizing this data for the state monitoring system. So you can understand all of this would have been created, with the support of the Samagra X team at Samagra, right? Then again, if I take example of the AI intervention that we have done, so the Nipun Lakshya apps, which was launched in UP as an example, so there's an AI element, there, which has been enabled, right? And then most recently also, last year we did the Kumbh Sahayak app, which was in pilgrimage जो गए थे आपके कुंभ मेला 2025 वाले, उसमें आपको advisory chatbot का services were provided. That also the Samagra X team created. Yeah, great. Then if we talk about the other team, right? एक team तो आपकी Samagra X होगी, उसके अलावा दूसरी team है हमारी design team. Because you understand that there's a heavy design element in what we do, right? If we don't do the design principles ka implementation in every program, it's not going to be scientific, it's not going to be structured, right? So to know our customers, which is citizens, right? Customers, so to say, the know your citizens is what we call, right? To survey karana, district visits karana, चीजों को user centric बनाना, right? Ensuring that behavioral change हम inflict करें, right? All of that, if we are to do, we have a dedicated design team which enables all of this. Just to make it real for you, we worked with the RBIH, the RBI Innovation Hub, right? So वहाँ पे हम लोगों ने, one of the interventions was conducting a survey, creating user persona, and then dedicated persona-based आपके interventions. You can see, right, as an example, कि return maximizers, novice, small savers, अलग-अलग type के archetypes of people were identified, and उनके लिए financial inclusion के लिए किस type के interventions किए जा सकते हैं, right, were also identified. So इस तरीके से, this is an example, इसी तरीके से district visits के हो, चाहे surveys हो, चाहे understanding the user persona, understanding the field functionaries, all of that is done scientifically via the design team. So the program team gets a support from two teams, the design team and the Samagra X team or the tech team. Now, if I talk about some common characteristics of our programs, one is that we work only at places where there's a CM mandate. So, जो video देखा था आपने starting में, you would have kind of realized this there itself, right? That we are working in areas where there's a strong pull, where the government wants कि कुछ बहुत transformational हो, where the CM wants, where the bureaucrat in charge wants, a transformative change. So we work across those places, right? Our professional fee, because we're a for-profit organization, is through a philanthropic funding. Government ensures that they are providing the funding for us through philanthropic sources, Gates Foundation, Dell Foundation, so on and so forth, right? We then deploy a team of 4 to 6 team members in the state capital city. They work out of there and are both designing and implementing these solutions, right? And then we are there for a roadmap for about 2 to 4 years of time to ensure that we are creating the right design. We are reiterating the design again and again with the inputs from the ground and implement kar rahe hain. So there's a lot of implementation heavy work that we do. So we're not an ivory tower consulting firm jo bas baith karke upar suggestion de de and then leave it to people to implement, right? We get things done with the government, right? And then we are there to ensure that implementation ho raha hai through the government machinery and it is sustainable, which means that हम तो 3-4 साल रहेंगे, 5 साल रहेंगे in this system. We want that after we are out, after Samagra is out of the state should be capable enough to kind of take it ahead on their own, So this is the way we function. This is the common characteristics of all our programs. What sets us apart? The scale of the program. You can see that it is transformative in nature. It is really, आप निपुण भारत प्रोग्राम आपने देखा तो उसमें 1.1 lakh government schools, 4 lakh teachers, 30 lakh बच्चे. That's the scale that you're operating at, right? So you can imagine the kind of work that that we are done, right? Now, the other thing is strategy plus implementation, right? As I mentioned, there's strategy, there's consulting, toolkit that you utilize, but there's also implementation. So it's not going to be, just another report that you create and curate, right? It's going to get implemented. Yeah. The third thing is that there's consulting toolkit that you leverage, and then there's also a lot of product design that happens, right? So therefore, in terms of the skill set that you are able to leverage, you are also becoming almost like a product manager once you have to create a tech product for the government, so to say, right? And the diversity of stakeholders. You could be working with a startup founder, you could be working with the top IS officer, you could be meeting the chief minister, you could be working with the district magistrate, you could be working with the beneficiaries, you could be working with the teachers, farmers, extension workers. All of that ecosystem is basically who you could be working with. So the diversity of stakeholders that you get to work with and the kind of ownership is what sets us apart. Yeah. What does a program associate? So now coming to the role, right? Jo aap log, right? What we're hiring for are the designations that you might have seen. There's associate designation, there's consultant designation, there's senior associate consultants, right? All of those we call what we call as a program associate, right? So let me show you the structure. How does a team kind of get structured? You'll typically find that there'll be 4 program associates in any team. And these are program associates who by designation could be, say, associate, senior associate, consultant, right? Sometimes senior consultant also, right? In terms of the program coordinator, that is the manager, the team manager, who is managing a team and is kind of taking ownership of the delivery of the program, right? Typically, this is senior consultant or manager by designation. And then they are led by a program lead, who is typically managing 2 to 3 programs at a time. And as you can see, the design team and the X team, or the Samagra X team, are the supporting teams to these, right? And all of this is with the overall guidance with our CEO and founder, which is Gaurav Goel. Yeah. What do you get to work upon once you join Samagra? So, जैसे ये आपका पूरा एक theory of change है, you can imagine that one program associate will be working on, say, teacher training, NIPUN Lakshya app, and the Vidya Shamiksha Kendra. So these 3 could be one person's job to take and complete ownership of. Yeah. And trust me on this, all of this end-to-end, design karna, problem solve karna, execute karna, stakeholder management karna, all of that would be one person's opportunity. So you can imagine, upfront आकर के किस type की आपको opportunities मिल सकती हैं at Samagra. Yeah. The kind of skills that gets leveraged and you hone those is one is problem solving skills, right? For sure, right? Day in, day out, we are using our consulting toolkit, creating issue trees, and doing extensive problem solving. There's a lot of product management that could be involved while we are creating apps, or we are kind of ensuring that the government creates the right apps. Yeah. Then there's a very extensive stakeholder management, because you have so many stakeholders to work with, and therefore that's one of the critical skills. And finally, district visits and understanding the ground reality is what you get to do and build a muscle upon. Yeah. Why should you be at Samagra? What are some of the things that my pitch to you, right? One is that the kind of impact that we create, the meaningful work that you get to do. Second is steep learning curve, right? Through one-on-one sessions with your manager, right? Workshops that are conducted very regularly. If you follow us on LinkedIn, you would have seen the day in and day out, there will be a lot of workshops, gurukuls as we call them, which are there for both skill and mindset development, right? And then there's a lot of ownership skill जैसे आप सीखते हो. So on the job and off the job, both kind of learning is what you get to do. Yeah. Yes, Manisha, that's what I'm saying. आपका भाई मैंने देखा कि yes, exactly. On the job training. So from issue trees कैसे बनाते हैं, problem solving कैसे करते हैं, meeting management कैसे करते हैं, stakeholder management कैसे करते हैं, how do you do 5 minute की pitch to the chief minister, all of that is practiced, rehearsed, a lot of pansutras and mahavakyas as we call them, right? The holy grail of how to do things best, are kind of codified and kind of imparted upon. Yeah. And then what else, right? basically fast growth, right? Very steep learning curve के साथ आता है कि यार you grow fast also. A journey typically from an associate to senior associate is typically 1.5 years. A senior associate to consultant, 1.5 years. It's pretty defined, right? And finally, the peers, the kind of people you get to work with are very supportive. They're going to support you, चाहे आपके program coordinator हैं, चाहे आपके program lead हैं, चाहे CEO हैं, चाहे your colleagues हैं. All of them are of that nature that they're there to support you. Yeah. This is what I was saying, that typically these are designations. The roles that we are offering right now are associate, senior associate, and consultant, right? Senior consultant, manager, senior manager, vice president are the further growth where you see. And the star mark is basically that typically in other consulting firms, you find that profit sharing begins at a, say, associate partner or partner level. At Samagra, the profit sharing starts at the senior consultant designation itself. Yeah. Now let's coming to कि हम क्या देख रहे हैं, right? And we'll therefore come to the main questions about yeah, form में multiple things are to be filled. How do we kind of do that? So let me address all of that, folks, and then a lot of questions I know will come, so we'll address. Don't worry, just be patient. We are looking first and foremost is high impact orientation. The kind of work we do, right? The kind of stakeholders that you get to work with, all of that only resilience and persistence के साथ आप उसको navigate कर सकते हैं. That is a very critical piece of it, right? And for all of that to happen, you need to have strong impact orientation. Otherwise, you'll feel यार मैं कहाँ आ गया, right? मैं सर पटक रहा हूँ अपना and मैं कहाँ आ गया. So therefore, impact orientation is one of the very important things that we're looking at. So therefore, you'll find questions in the interview of things like, why do you want to join Samagra? Impact you करना है. What motivates you to join this kind of a firm? What other firms are you applying to? So these kind of questions are all targeted towards understanding impact orientation. The second thing, we are looking at problem solvers. So all the interviews in subsequent rounds, you'll find cases being discussed. So consulting cases in governance, kind of context is what you can expect. So we're looking at sharpness of problem solving. First principles thinking के साथ आप कर पाते हैं कि नहीं कर पाते is what we're looking at, right? Then we're looking at interpersonal skills. So through the video that you are to submit, the 90-second video that you have to submit, we're testing out the videos, right? We're testing out कि आप video में कैसे बोल रहे हैं. We're looking at the way of communication, right? Similarly, in the interviews also, we'll be testing that out, right? Of course. And the last thing is org fit, which basically means that we're looking at the right set of mindset. What are these mindset? Do you have a growth mindset? Are you open to feedback? Are you someone who is open to learning new things? Are you someone who is taking high ownership? Do you ensure that you are someone who is willing to go the extra mile, to get things happen in a expedited manner? So all of that is what we are trying to test out through multiple stages, interviews, and so on and so forth. Yeah. This is the this is the recruitment process. Let me quickly take you through what are our expectations at each and every round, and then we'll open it up for Q&A, right? Round one, I think, yes. So typically every time when we do this process, we typically ask for two things: a resume, 1-pager resume, and a 90-second video. Okay. This time we've added a third thing also. A lot of you have questions about it. How many of you are confused? Bataiye chat mein. How many of you are, kind of confused about what is the benchmark collect output? Many of you I saw have a confusion regarding the same, right? Yes, confused. Great. Yeah, so I'll tell you very honestly that ideas, we typically had 2 submissions in the round 1, which was resume and a 90-second video. And so resume pe quickly batata yaar, 1 page hi rakhiye. Please ensure it's a 1-pager resume, right? There are going to be 2,000 plus applications, you can imagine. And we don't use any ATS. We don't use any AI to filter it out. We are going to manually look at it, right? In fact, I am going to look at it. So therefore, please make it a 1-pager resume. It's an easy read for me. Difficult to go through 2 pages, 3 pages resumes, right? Ensure that you have the right things. You have academics, you have extracurriculars, you have work experience, right? And quantify everything. That's a critical piece in your resume. Quantify. Numbers बताइए, impact बताइए, कितना आपने impact कर पाए, कितना आपने scale पे काम किया. All of those things are super critical in the resume. 90-second video, the prompt is very simple. What makes you the right fit to join Samagra? Or why do you think that you are the right fit for Samagra, right? That's a prompt. अब कुछ नहीं करना है, आपको अपना एक वीडियो बनाना है, सेल्फी वीडियो बना सकते हैं, आप लैपटॉप पे बना सकते हैं, you can ask someone to record yourself, all of that is fine. The content is what we are looking at, the way you speak is what we are testing, and then we are also looking at why do you think that you are the right fit for Samagra? So अपना आप experience, अपना जो भी आपका journey रही है अभी तक, all of that you can utilize to tell कि यार मैं समग्र के लिए right fit क्यों हूँ. So you now know कि problem solver चाहिए, तो have you done that before? We now know that stakeholder management चाहिए, good communication skills चाहिए, problem solving skills चाहिए. We need people who can work on Excel, we need people who can work on PowerPoint, we need people who can work on data. All of that, right? A lot of it will be learned here, but अगर आपने पहले से कुछ कर रखा है, तो those are the things that we're looking at, for you to be a right fit for Samagra. And then mindset wise, why do you think that you have growth mindset? Why do you think that you have ownership mindset? Talk about that, right? Why do you have an impact orientation? आपको क्यों आना है समग्र में? All of those things will be important to be covered in the 90-second video. Please ensure करिए. Again, I am telling 90-second is very, very, very important for us. Don't make it 2-minute video. We will put a filter beyond 100 seconds. 100 seconds के ऊपर filter रहता है, तो आप उससे 1 second कम भी रखेंगे, we'll accept it. Beyond that, I will not accept it. So I'm telling it again and again. Please ensure that आप time limit को adhere करें. 95 seconds तक रखिए, 100 पे हम लोग hard cut रखते हैं. 9th of August तक आपको सबमिट करना है ये 2 चीजें. Along with that, there is a benchmark output. यार देखिए, सिंपल सी बात है. पहले there used to be a different round 2, which used to be concept note. इस बार we want people to join a little earlier. We want people to join by September, October. Right? September, October में हम joining कराना चाहते हैं. Therefore, we did not actually have a lot of time to do one more round in between. So therefore, for this purpose, we introduce a benchmark output. Idea is very simple. आपने अपने वर्क पे, आपने अपने कॉलेज के लिए कभी ना कभी कुछ ना कुछ आउटपुट बनाया होगा. आपने कोई प्रेजेंटेशन बनाई होगी अच्छी, आपने कोई कॉन्सेप्ट नोट बनाया होगा, आपने कोई 1 पेज डॉक्यूमेंट बनाया होगा, आपने 2 पेजर बनाया होगा, आपने कोई रिपोर्ट बनाई होगी, आपने कोई थीसिस लिखी होगी, आपने कुछ कोई ट्रैकर अच्छा बनाया होगा, आपने कोई शीट एक्सेल शीट बनाई होगी, राइट? एनी ऑफ दोज थिंग्स यू कैन अपलोड हियर. The idea is we're looking at the way you format, the way you kind of design something, the way you think about making any collateral. So therefore, we will then shortlist based on all these things at the first stage itself. That is the purpose, and then we directly get into interview on 17th and 18th. I hope this is clear. The reason to do this, I know it has made life of yours difficult, life of mine difficult also. But because of the constraint of time, we had to introduce this at the first stage itself, so that, and therefore we are open to. आपने कुछ भी पहले बनाया उसको कर सकते हैं. The idea essentially is be honest. And 80% आपने ownership ले रखी है उसके ऊपर, तो ही upload करिए. I know that group projects होते हैं, then there could be discrepancies, all of those things. You know best, that you are being honest to yourself, and therefore upload what you feel that you have owned completely. At least 80% आपने own किया हो. Questions are there. मैंने job नहीं करी अभी तक, या पहली बार कर रहा हूँ. I don't have, इस साल में मैंने कुछ नहीं बनाया है, तो अभी बना लो आप. Create something of your own and just submit it, right? ऐसा तो है नहीं कि मतलब you can take 2 days and you can make something, you can make a good presentation, you can make a good concept note. Take any topic, कोई भी अच्छा topic है, and therefore we're leaving it to you because time is constraint. We did not want to create a round separately. So I hope this is clear, right? Any questions on this, right? Yeah, so you can mask it, Ankita. Yeah, so very good. Confidentiality, all of these things, you can mask it. जो आपको लग रहा है ठीक है, you can see. We're looking at, हमें content देखना ही नहीं है, to be honest. मतलब we are looking at how the way you format things, the way you create, किस टाइप से आप सोचते हो, content को represent कैसे करते हो, किस टाइप के आप flow chart बना रहे हो, किस टाइप के pie chart बना रहे हो. If those things are part of it, right? The idea is that we want some data points to look at your skills, right? Of a concept, and the thing could be it's a report, and report could be just text, which is okay. But then we're looking at the way you write, the way you kind of structure, the way you put headers and all of that, right? So that's how we are looking at it. I hope this is clear, everyone. Any questions on this before we move forward? Yeah. There's no page limit. Yeah.
Sir, can I ask?
Yeah, please, you can ask. Yeah.
Yes, sir. That benchmark output, what we have to present in the video, or we have to say that one only? That I have this skill, this.
Okay, so I will. Yeah, sure. I'll repeat myself. There are 3 things to be done. One is a resume, which you upload. Resume आप upload करते हैं वहाँ पे as a PDF document, 1-pager document. 90-second वीडियो जो है उसको अपलोड नहीं करना है. That's very clear. उसको क्या करना है, आपको अपने YouTube पे अपलोड करना है. You have to upload it on your YouTube, and the link you have to share, right? तो वो link से हम देख सके. तो you make it unlisted so that anyone who has the link can watch it. That's the simple purpose of the video का format. Benchmark output, again you have to upload a PDF or an Excel file, right? The idea is 90-second video में आपको एक prompt दिया गया है. You have been given a prompt that why do you think that you are right fit for Samagra? So you have to explain that in the video. Benchmark output is separate from a video. Please don't mix the two. Three
Yes,
different
sir. Okay,
submissions.
sir.
There's a resume, there's a video in which you are explaining why are you a right fit, and then there's a benchmark output, which is actually the output that you have created. Is this clear, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got it.
Yeah.
But
So
hello,
video,
Venkatesh.
Hi,
Sir,
can I ask?
Can I connect, please?
folks. Okay, let's do one thing. Abhi rukte hain. Let me just finish this, and then you can raise hands, and I will go one by one. Right? Otherwise, it's going to be a fish market. Yeah. Let me just complete this. This is the last slide, and then we'll come to all these questions. And don't worry, we'll be there. Right. After this round, once this round is done, we'll be shortlisting people, and then we'll be having interviews. Right. There are going to be 3 rounds of interviews. 18th, 17th, 18th ko we'll have governance case interview by our managers. Then 19th and 20th ko we'll have the governance case interviews by our program leads. Essentially, it's just the same format, which is going to be interview of a case, about your resume, about behavioral traits of you, right? Why do you want to join Samagra? Strengths, weaknesses, tell me about yourself, all those things you can expect. And then the final round, which is the closer discussion, which is with our CEO and founder, Gaurav Goyal. Right? Interviews में जो shortlist होंगे उनके लिए we'll do a separate call, so you can expect more details there, right? So this is it, folks. This is it from my end. Let's now get into Q&A, and I'll just stop sharing. You can raise your hands, and we can go one by one on the questions. I'll also try to see questions on the chat which have been accumulated, I hope. Yeah.
Venkatesh, sorry, I'm speaking. And,
Yeah, Aditya. Yeah.
The only reason is actually I'm not getting the option to raise a hand.
Okay, that's okay. So Aditya can go, and then we can go with Swapna. Yeah, next. Yeah.
So the only question that I want to ask is, will these interviews be conducted in an online manner, or we have to physically go to seminars?
Sure. So some of you asked that in the chat, so let me address that. The interviews, round 2, round 3, round 4 interviews, if you are in Delhi, and if you can make it, we'll do it in person, right? Last time we did 50% of interviews like that. So if you're in Delhi NCR region, right, we can have the interviews in person. It could also be that एक interview online ho, the last interview we do it in person. So all of that will, once you get there, we'll discuss with you, right? The first interview in most likelihood is going to be online only, क्योंकि इतने सारे लगभग 120-130 interviews we do online typically. Then उसमें shortlist जो होंगे, जो उसमें से दिल्ली में है, is what we'll do in person. So we'll ensure that, ठीक है? And yeah, I hope that clears this for everyone else. Yeah, and outside जो हैं, उनके सबके हम online नहीं करने वाले हैं. For people outside Delhi NCR, we'll do all interviews online. Yeah. Some of you asked about job location, right, folks? The state that you work with, typically you work out of that capital city. So a Bhubaneswar, a Lucknow, a Mumbai, a Pune, a Vijayawada, a Delhi, right? That's typically where we are right now. Yes, Swapna, you have your hands up. You can unmute and ask your question. Okay, I think maybe it's from before, so we can go to next. Dheeraj, why don't you unmute yourself and ask the question? Okay. Yes, Simran, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Good evening. Sir, my question is regarding benchmark output. Actually, in my master's, I did a report, and it is around 40 pages, and it is more of an academic work. It includes literature review. So does that count?
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine, right? See, there's no content and all of that restrictions. It will be a long document, it will be a short document. Just upload whatever collateral you have created for either college or work or project, and that's completely fine. Yeah.
Okay, so you just want to see our writing skills and maybe how we present whatever.
Yeah. Exactly. So presentation में we look at presentations कैसे आप बनाते हो. अगर short note है तो we looking at how do you summarize something. If it's a long document, then we look at the elaboration of things. Data analysis अगर आपने कुछ किया होगा तो वो सब भी आ सकता है. But so there is no standardized kind of benchmark. We look at कि आपने क्या किया है and kind of then shortlist accordingly.
Thank you.
ठीक है ना? हाँ. So folks, again, good question. If you feel that there's a need to reapply, you can do that. Till 9th, the links are open. If you're applied already, you can re-upload. We always look at the most recent thing पुराने वाले हम delete कर देते हैं from our record once we are kind of rationalizing the database. ठीक है? Gavish, you can go next.
Hello. So
Yeah.
I also applied in the June recruitment cycle, and
Yeah.
I saw that my YouTube video did not record any views, so probably I was rejected at the CV round. So
CV
could you
round.
probably give
Yeah.
us
Yeah.
a quick overview about what
हाँ.
gets the CV shortlisted? Does it have to be ATS tuned or
Yeah.
something about
हाँ
along this?
that's what I said. ATS नहीं है, वो हम manually देखते हैं. So there's no ATS, there's no AI looking at your resume, right? I sit 18 hours a day for 2.5 days to just look at all your resumes. So rest be assured that's how it happens. But see, main thing is make it well formatted, because yeah, simple सी चीज़ है. When 2,000 applications are coming, I'm going to reject it at the first look if it is not well formatted. If it is 2 page, I'll reject it if it is not, if that's the case. So 1 page, well formatted, no mistakes of spellings and all of those things, because we look at first the criteria of rejection and then we look at the content for selection. That's the way we shortlist, right? In terms of content, academics up explicitly bataiye, talk about your notable projects, talk about your achievements, talk about extracurriculars, because we're looking at all-rounded personality. A lot of times what happens is people index a lot on academics only, academics, research, ये सब चीजें. कुछ भी extracurriculars लिखा ही नहीं है, then it looks like a very unidirectional resume. So we're looking at all type of okay. Guys, please don't mess up with the whiteboard or the sharing screen, right? Yeah, cool. So yeah, so that's there, and then so therefore put all the things and quantify as much as possible. If, for example, if you won an award, so the best way to represent it is that, you know, awarded first prize, you know, out of 100 participants for XYZ. If you achieved a sales number, then it's, you know, achieved 5 crore sales brackets, something like, you know, first in the organization to achieve, or the 50% share, market share. Quantify, right? That's the consulting way of representing yourself, right? So we look at all those things in the resume also, right? So those are the things. I hope it helps, you know, lot of you to kind of create better resumes. Yeah.
Yes, helps a
Hi,
lot. Thanks
can
a
I
lot.
ask a question? I am not able to raise my hand.
Yeah, Alia, please go ahead. We'll go next with
Yeah.
Krishna.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I have two
Yeah.
questions. The benchmark output you said can be multiple projects in one file. Na?
I would say, see, the more clutter you give me, difficult for me to evaluate. Send your best work. एक page भी होगा तो it's good enough, right? If it's a one page with bullet points, good document, well, वो चीज़, that's all good enough. So we're not looking at 100 different portfolio नहीं देख रहे हम आपका. We're looking at one good document or a presentation or an Excel sheet that you worked on. That's it. It's as simple as that. Yeah.
Okay. Does it have to be a PowerPoint presentation or
No,
some
that's what
Word?
I'm saying. And anything, it could. That's what I'm saying. It could be an Excel sheet. It could be a PowerPoint presentation. It could be a document. It could be a concept note. It could be a report. It could be a project thesis. Anything could work. Yeah.
And you said about quantifying whatever we have done.
Yeah.
Can we make an estimate instead of just giving a actual figure?
हाँ, वो तो होता ही है. That's how typically you estimate, you know, the best results, and then you put. That's the rule of thumb. That's fine. Yeah. Yes, Krishnam, you can go next.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much. So I was asking Venkatesh, in my last submission, the video got the unlisted video got few views, and I even gained a subscriber from that video, but I was not called for the next round.
Got it.
Which was quite disappointing, because I booked a studio. I made a decent video. I'm proud of it. So two questions.
Yeah.
Firstly, can I re-upload that video? And secondly, I've texted you multiple times on LinkedIn as well. I've
Sure.
also emailed.
You can just top it up. Might have kind of missed out on replying on the LinkedIn. You can do that. I'll ensure that I reply to your message, right? And yes, if the video was good, you can apply it, because see, the main thing is it's a accumulation of both the things, resume plus video, right? So sometimes we look at both, and then still the resume may not make the cut. So therefore, I would just say that probably if you're good with the video, then resume is where you may need to work a little bit upon. Right. And yeah, I'll address your query on LinkedIn. Just top it up once. Okay?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the answer.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. Rakesh, please let's not do. I made an exception for one or two, then it will just becomes a facade. So Vaishnavi, we'll go one by one, and if I'm not able to address all questions, folks, please message me on LinkedIn. I'll devote 2-3 hours tonight to just reply to all your messages. Yes, Vaishnavi.
Good evening, sir. So I have 2 to 3 questions. My first question is, for this cohort, is Samagra considering applications on rolling basis, or they'll be waiting till the last date and
नहीं
considering all
वो
the applications?
हाँ वो तो एक ही डेट्स आर फिक्स्ड उसी दिन होंगे तो देन मतलब जो डेट दी है 20th इज व्हेन विल बी ऑफरिंग टू ऑल उसी दिन होगा इट्स नॉट अ रोलिंग बेसिस इट्स गोइंग टू बी on the day that we have decided. Yeah.
Okay. Also, since there are so many people who will be applying, so can we know the number of people you guys are targeting to be shortlisted on the basis?
So as typically ऐसा नहीं होता है मतलब there's no typical number that we go with for the numbers or some of you asked also what's the number that we're looking for the right fit talent, right? New programs at Samagra are starting very shortly, so we want, and that's the reason because we actually did our drive about a month back, right? We got about उसमें 12-13 लोग join कर रहे हैं वहाँ से, right? But we still feel that we need more because the new programs are coming up, right? And therefore there's an urgency to get people in September and October. So numbers का कुछ ऐसा नहीं है, right fit talent is what we're looking at.
Also, last question, as we saw that there are 2 teams in Samagra, one is for data and the other that will be working in the implementation process. So if someone is applying right now, so I think will it be fine if that person is not at high-end data analytics and good at implementation?
So again, see, we're not looking at हम लोग वो design team के लिए नहीं hire कर रहे हैं. We're not hiring for data. We're not hiring for tech team. We're only hiring for consultants. Right? Consultants is a generalist role. तो उसमें आप सब सीखते हो, उसमें आप बहुत कुछ सीखते हो, बहुत चीजें पहले से भी आते हो. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Krish, you may go next. In the meantime, yes, locations. Abhi there are 4-5 locations, but by the time you join, who knows, new states, new programs might have started. Yeah. Yes, Krish, go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Sir, actually, I want to know that currently I am doing an undergraduate. Sir, I want to know that I don't have any work experience, but I want to join Samagra. So, can I join it?
हाँ मतलब 0 to 5 years experience is the range, so freshers can very well apply. People who have just graduated can apply. Yeah.
Okay. Sir, actually like जो applicant जो form है like उसमें दिखा रहा है notice period and like professional experience.
हाँ तो
सर आप बता सकते हैं थोड़ा?
वो तो फॉर्म सबके लिए सेम रहेगा ना तो उसमें आप 0 या नॉट एप्लीकेबल करके आगे बढ़ जाइए, राइट? वो तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ना?
ओके सर,
ठीक है ना? ऑलराइट, थैंक यू. यस प्रशांत, यू मे गो नेक्स्ट. या गाइस बहुत सवाल आ रहे हैं. यूपीएससी सब अप्लाई कर सकते हो. मैं भी यूपीएससी एस्पिरेंट था. अबाउट 20-30% ऑफ पीपल आर फॉर्मर यूपीएससी एस्पिरेंट्स. यस, व्हाई वुड वी नॉट वांट टू हायर पीपल who are passionate about impact and UPSC, but there's also the other thing कि ऐसा नहीं कि UPSC कर लिया है तो आप select ही हो जाएंगे, but there's no bias for or against UPSC aspirant in organization, right? But yes, go ahead and apply definitely. Drive link does not work. Drive link does not work, folks. YouTube link works. Drive link मत करिएगा वीडियो के लिए. Yes, Prajakta, you were saying something.
Sir, about the one round, that is for 90-second video, the YouTube link that we have to send is through email.
नहीं वो वहीं पर आप लिंक डाल दीजिए ना, वो फॉर्म में लिंक है तो यू कैन जस्ट पेस्ट द यूट्यूब लिंक, तो यू कैन अपलोड इट ऑन यूट्यूब एंड देन पुट द लिंक ऑफ द यूट्यूब का ऑन दैट. तो यूट्यूब पे अनलिस्टेड रखिएगा सो दैट नो वन एल्स कैन सी, ओनली हु हैज द लिंक कैन सी इट. या यस प्रशांत, सॉरी आप बताइए क्वेश्चन अपना. हाँ
no problem. Sir, so I have already uploaded a application before, so as you have said earlier that I can re-upload it.
You can re-upload.
That's fine.
Yes.
So one problem I currently have is one of the best work I have done for my previous organization was actually published on the CEO name, but the authorship is in the process of getting transferred. I have my authorship and all. I have many blogs published in that portal as well.
Perfectly fine. See, मैं ऑनेस्टली आप बताइए कि अगर आपने उसमें नाम चेंज करके भेज दोगे मुझे तो पता नहीं लगने वाला है, तो इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ योर ऑनेस्टी टुवर्ड्स कि हाँ ये मैंने बनाया था, तो इट्स ओके. मतलब वो उसके ऑथरशिप में होगा, दैट्स कंप्लीटली ओके.
Accumulative portfolio, मतलब मैंने पूरा ही पोर्टफोलियो अपलोड किया था. It has many blogs in it. Like I had uploaded like my 9 works in there. So will that work or should I only upload one?
I would say upload one क्योंकि यार फिर वही है ना कि मतलब make it easy for the reviewer to just
Okay,
quickly
okay,
just
okay.
glance through it and then नहीं तो फिर मैं कितना कौन सा वाला बेस्ट है and गलती से वो क्लिक कर दिया जो बेस्ट नहीं था and then अगर आप रिजेक्ट हो गए तो you'll be like अरे ये बेस्ट तो ये था, right? So just figure out which one is the best and just send that. Yeah.
Just a quick question again. The video, the introduction video of the 90 second. Actually, what I shot was 104 second. So it is definitely going to be
रीअपलोड,
unlimited.
हाँ
Okay.
रीअपलोड कर दीजिए क्योंकि उस पे भी पुट अ फिल्टर, वो 100 सेकंड का फिल्टर है, उसके बियॉन्ड फिर क्योंकि यार 2000 एप्लीकेशन तो मैनुअली दिखना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है, तो लगभग 200 उससे निकल जाती हैं विच इज बियॉन्ड 100 सेकंड्स. सो आई विल अर्ज ऑल ऑफ यू देयरफॉर आई एम रीइटरेटिंग 100 सेकंड से ऊपर मत रखिए, 100 सेकंड का फिल्टर है, राइट? सो उसके बियॉन्ड मत रखिएगा,
Thank you,
ठीक है?
thank you.
या यस जुबिल.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. I have a question regarding this benchmark output. Okay. So
Yeah.
I have a lot of multiple works regarding paper published or Excel, PDF, everything.
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
I have done part of in documentaries and all kind of things.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
how should I upload that kind of, if I had work in that kind of thing, how should I upload that kind of
So
work
look,
in my...
so anything that you have worked on, if you've published a paper, the best paper that you have published, just upload that. It's as simple as that. Again, I'm saying content and all these things we're not looking at. Whatever collateral you have made, have you made it thoughtfully? Were you able to put, is it language is fine, structure is fine, headers are fine, all of those things. And
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
a
I
presentation
understand
hai
that.
to,
And when it comes to these videos, documentaries, and all kind of things, so how should I upload? Should I upload the link only in that created documents and
yeah.
paste a link like that? So is that possible
Yes.
right now?
Yeah,
Yes. So
that's the only way. You go on your YouTube, upload the video that you have shot, make it the settings unlisted. There's a link generated. Just send that link in the form as just paste it there. It will get, so we'll click on that link and we'll be able to see the video.
okay.
It's as simple as that. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, hi Venkatesh, Rakesh this side. Can I go next,
Yeah.
please? So
Okay.
Rakesh,
All right, Rakesh.
so I have total of 12 years of experience in consulting.
Yeah.
So what, like, I just want to ask, like, what is the duration of the project that you are looking for?
Yeah. So see, again, quick question, folks. We are looking for full-time employees, right? We're looking at full-time people. So it's not like it's a project-based hiring. We are going to staff you on a program for some time, then you shift to another program in 8 to 12 months. But it's a full-time role. Currently, the current drive is only for 0 to 5 years of experience. We'll have another recruitment drive, I think 4 to 5 months later, which will be open for then, higher experience. So I would request Rakesh you to kind of apply in that. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, no worries. Like, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Lalit.
Hello. Sorry for interruption. I have a question.
Let's please be cognizant of the order. I'm एक एक करके करते हैं. Yeah, please.
Sir, I have a question for video. I have uploaded in Google Drive link. Will it consider or not?
So I am again requesting you कि आप please do it on YouTube and send that link. You can reapply. Yeah.
So again, I have uploaded.
Yeah, you can upload again. Yes.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, Lalit.
Hello.
So sorry.
Good evening, sir.
Deepika, please let's not do this. Please, I'm requesting all of you. Let's not let's wait for a turn. You can raise your hand. And again, if you don't have time, please message on LinkedIn. I'm sure from 11 p.m. today till 3 p.m. 3 a.m. I'm going to reply to all of you. So please, I will do that. I will take that out. Right. I've been working for the last 18 hours. I'll work for 10 more if it comes to it. But please, let's do it in a structured manner. Yeah, Lalit, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Venkatesh. My question is like as you mentioned, there are 2,000 plus applicants, and finally, around 1% or less than 1% will be selected. So I just want to understand that how you structure your recruitment process, so it's like fair to everyone, and how you make sure that you are recruiting what you are looking for. So that's one part of my question, and second part is like something similar that. Do you have certain bias on the background? Like if someone is coming from engineering background or someone is from consulting or different kind of people are applying. So I just want to understand that.
Got it. So yeah, folks. So I think I'll address the second question first. And a very relevant question because all of you come from very varied backgrounds. See, at Samagra and especially in consulting, it's a generalist role. So we are not looking for specific type of experience. Consulting se hai to hi hire karenge, ya you're coming from XYZ government background to hire karenge. There's nothing of that sort. people come here from all type of prior experiences. People have come from IT, people have come from MBAs, people have come from sales, people have come from marketing background, people have come from consulting, people have come from PSU background. All of that is fine. So we're looking for diverse set of people to join, as long as you have the right problem solving skills, you have the right intentionality of coming here, you have the right communication skills. Wherever you worked at, were you able to create a lasting outcome, right? Our outcome आपने अच्छे दिखाया वहाँ पे. Were your numbers and figures of whatever you did, right? Be it product development, be it whatever, right? Was that good? So that's what we're looking at. So that's on the second part. Yeah. On the first part, right? On the first part, essentially, if I have to say that, see, I showed you the whole thing, right? We have the first round, which is these 3 inputs that you have to give, right? We sit on those, and in 2-3 days we kind of come up with the shortlist. After that, there are 3 rounds of interviews which happened, and on those 3 rounds of interviews, you get evaluated on problem solving skills, on communication skills, on growth mindset, on behavioral aspects, and then we kind of make the decision. So that's the way we kind of structure our recruitment process. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Venkatesh. Thank you so much.
All right. Yes, Drishti, please go ahead.
So can I go next, please?
Arpita, let's wait for our turn. There's an order that we're following.
Just asking, after you solving doubts, then its webinar is over now?
Yeah, the webinar is over. This is the last. Yeah, folks. So if you want to drop off, if you think all questions are addressed, you may feel free to do so. Right. We are just taking questions right now. Yeah.
And I ask, where do I apply for resume and YouTube link, like?
Yeah, so basically we have our website, samagragovernance.in. I'll just share the link to all of you folks. You can, kind of apply there. I'm just putting the link in the chat section below. All of you can access that and kind of apply there. I have seen someone just spamming the chat. I'll just address that. Don't have any publications. We are not looking at publications. Create any document, create any presentation. You can make some presentation right now and upload that also. You can make any document right now and upload that also. I hope that answers that. And please stop spamming on the chat now. Yeah, Drishti, please go ahead.
Hello, good evening. Thank you for the wonderful session, first of all. I hope you are doing well. I only have one query, which is about the benchmark output. I have a research paper, which is a manuscript, but it is right now in the process of getting published with a journal. So there are some data that cannot be shared, but if I mask it, will it be an issue?
No, that's okay. That's completely fine. Whatever you feel is confidential, you can mask it and send it. That's completely fine. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. And the second question is that when you're looking for the benchmark output, are you looking at the formatting or are you looking at the content?
Again, content nahi dekh rahe hain because everyone will have different content. So we're not looking at the content per se. We're looking at the way you format, the way is it a clean document? How the content is structured is what we'll be looking at, right? What kind of headers are you putting? Is it well thought through? Is it top down way of writing? All those things is what we might be looking at, but not per se is the content right or wrong. That could be anything because there's no consistent theme in the problem statement, right? So therefore we can't really judge one content versus the other. Yeah.
Okay, well understood. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, Chinmay, you may go next.
Hello, sir. I have uploaded my video. Sir, I just wanted to ask one thing. It's basically 1 minute 50 seconds video long. Sir, do I have to shorten it or to 90
shorten
seconds?
it. Yeah. So shorten it to maximum of 100 seconds, 99 seconds tak bhi rakhoge to chal jayega, but beyond that it just gets filtered out. So I would recommend that you can either edit it or re-upload it. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Prachi, please go ahead.
Yes, hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I had a doubt about benchmark output. Can we upload POC as right now I'm doing my public policy course. So can we add TOC as our benchmark output?
What is that? What is TUC?
Theory of change.
Theory of change. Yeah. Yes, you can do that. Bilkul. Yeah. Definitely you can do that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Hari Shankar, you may go next.
Hello, sir. Namaste, sir. Is there any language barrier here, sir? Or Hindi, making the video in Hindi or English or?
See, as long as you're able to convey your message, that's fine. But for the kind of work we do, right, functional English is required because you're going to work with multiple governments. You're working with Andhra government, you're working with Odisha government. Not everywhere Hindi would be the first mode of communication. So I would urge ki, matlab, that in terms of evaluation also, that's going to be a part of it. That functional English, at least you should be having, yeah. And but the video you can make in Hindi English, that's completely okay, yeah. Yes,
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mohammed Jabril, you can please go next. Yeah. Hello. Yeah.
Yes, sir, there was a problem with the audio. So can you hear me now?
I can hear you, yes.
Yeah. So my question is it a hard requirement that the resume can only be one page? Because if you have like experiences, like multiple experiences where you need to quantify your achievements, I think it would be better if it's like a two-page document.
No, one page only. See, that's how consultants work. So that's the first skill for you to then showcase to us, that you can condense your achievements in one page. See, typically, the rule of thumb is you make it a 2-page resume after 8 years of experience. So every 8 years, you add a page. That's typically how the expectations is. So till 8 years of experience, I have full faith that people can make a 1-page resume. It's a way to kind of condense it, prioritize, right, which points to put. So it's going to take some time, but I am again telling you that's a critical piece for us. We don't accept 2-page resumes because that's what we have kind of internally decided. So I would recommend कि आप उसको 1 page पे बनाएं, ठीक है ना?
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So Priya, yes.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yeah.
Thank you for the wonderful session. I wanted to ask, like, I have completed my dentistry, and after that, I have completed my master's from TISS in livelihoods and social entrepreneurship. So, as a dentistry experience is, can it be considered as an experience? Like it is saying 0 to 5 years. So, how it is?
Yes, see, whatever experience you have is fine. People come from very diverse set of experiences. That's okay, right? As long as you have wherever you were able to do justice to that work. You were able to show rigor. You were able to show outcomes. Is what we're looking at. And the idea essentially is that if you get shortlisted, then you have to showcase your skills in the interview. That's the basic rule of thumb. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sir. And one more thing is that like I have my master thesis as well, and along with that, I have a very good document. It's a research document which I did for one company during my internship. So, like research document is around 160 pages. Is it okay? Like because company document which I made, that is also one of the wonderful document on the silver economy. So if
See,
you could.
so 160 pages आप upload करिएगा, मतलब I would say that अगर उसका shortened version है या अगर आप company order shorter है तो वो कर लीजिए, because see you can upload that very well, no problem there. But वही है कि फिर मतलब the lesser information and more impactful things you give, it's easier for us to evaluate, right? ऐसा तो नहीं है कि मैं 160 पेज पढ़ पाऊंगा, right? But the idea is that if you make a say 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page kind of a thing, it's easier for me to consume it. So from that lens, just make a user-centric document would be better. But again, if you upload it and it is good, तो select होंगे, ऐसी बात नहीं होंगे आप, है ना?
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. Aditya, please go ahead.
Hello. Hi, Venkatesh. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, hi. So basically, I was working in a consulting firm a year ago, and I worked on a lot of outputs over there. And we produced a lot of presentations and a lot of Excel work. However, I'm not allowed to download that work because the company laptop restricts me from downloading any
Makes
company
sense.
data.
ठीक है.
So is it okay if I share a project that I did in my college days? However, that won't be my benchmark output, but that will be the best output that maybe I'll be able to share.
But I'm telling you कि आपके पास time है, तो why don't you make something in the next 2 days? You have all the time to create an output, right? If you feel that it's not a benchmark output for yourself, it's not at a good benchmark, you feel that you could have done better, so make something of your own. Yeah.
Right. I totally get your point. However, the output that we were working in the consulting firm was, we were preparing presentations over a span of say 5 months, 6 months. So that had a different level of gameplay when you compare it with something that I'll make in maybe 1 or 2 days.
Got it. हाँ नहीं तो मतलब बट यू आर सेइंग ना कि आप डाउनलोड नहीं कर पाएंगे उसको, तो इफ दैट इज नॉट अ पॉसिबिलिटी देन हाँ, तो मैं वही कर रहा हूँ ना कि सो आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट सिंस बट वो आप शेयर नहीं कर पाओगे अगर, तो द नेक्स्ट बेस्ट इज कि यू मेक अ सिमिलर डॉक्यूमेंट जस्ट फॉर दिस, राइट? दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, ठीक है ना?
Understood. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yes, Himani, please go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, my question is regarding the benchmark output. I wanted to know if it is to understand how we think and organize stuff, or is
Yes.
it to understand how we present things? Just that part.
Both. It's both. It's both. Like it's the two sides of the same coin, right?
Right.
Now,
Right.
yeah. So it's just so both are being evaluated. The way you think, the way you structure things, the way you represent things, all of that is being
Right.
evaluated there. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, sir, there's a website that I have created. It's an AI-driven website, and I wanted to put that as my benchmark output.
Website I would not recommend, right? Website I
No, so
wouldn't recommend.
No, so I have a YouTube video explaining that. So is that okay if I upload that video, or do you want me to, if it's better to just take screenshots and explain those things?
That's what I'm saying. I think website will not cut it because you're looking at so there's also limitation to the output. So it's basically document, report, articles, presentations, Excel sheet. These are the kind of collateral that we are looking at. So website becomes more of a UI UX kind of an endeavor. So I would not recommend that for you.
Okay, so can I put that as my benchmark output, or should I use something from the
Something
past?
else. Something else. Something else. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Priyanka.
Good evening, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
I am an electrical engineering and I have done my work mostly in groups. And later on, when I was working at my company, I had prepared several reports. But the thing is that the reports are kind of confidential.
मैं समझ गया आपके हाँ I understood you थोड़ा इको कर रहा है इसलिए just cutting you short so I understood कि आपके पास है नहीं कुछ तो मैं वही कर रहा हूँ कि नहीं है तो बना लो ना कुछ मतलब सिंपल सी बात है if you don't have something तो then create something and you have 2-3 days to create a document. Just think of any topic. आप topic ले लीजिए climate change के ऊपर. You can take a topic on you can take a topic on the Gen Z protests. You can take a topic on anything and create a 1-page document, a 2-page report. कुछ भी बना सकते हैं आप, right? You can make anything and then or a presentation of a 10 slider and then submit that. And so इसलिए मतलब ये मत बोलिए क्योंकि मैंने देखा बहुत लोगों का कि मेरे पास मैं IT बैकग्राउंड से हमारे ये काम ही नहीं होता है मैंने ऐसे बनाया नहीं तो अब बना लीजिए. That's the idea. Yeah. Ideally, we would have gotten you to create a concept note of 2 page, but what क्योंकि time नहीं है तो we are kind of having this quick fix. So I hope that helps out. Yeah, Priyanka.
So one more query is there, sir.
Priyanka, आप I think 2 जगह से logged in is my sense or someone is there with you who is also logged in and therefore it's echoing. आप chat पे डाल दीजिए मैं देख लूंगा तब तक we can go ahead. Chandra Boli, please. Go ahead. You are on mute right now. You are on mute right now. I can't hear you.
Am I audible?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
Audible.
where should we upload the resume?
Yes. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was not that mute button had gotten hidden at the end of the
No
corner.
worries. No worries. No
Okay,
worries.
so I actually have a few questions which I've jotted down. The first thing is that I was looking at a YouTube video which was uploaded by Samagra about maybe a year ago. And there was also a detail of how you are supposed to make the video and everything, right? So they are saying that you have to take one specific goal, maybe from your professional life, maybe from your personal life, maybe from your academic life, and you have to make a video on that goal. So basically, you're trying to explain all the things that you have in you, which will make you desirable at Samagra, to be put in the format of one goal that you have aspired for and moved towards. So do we have to make a video like that?
So that was a prompt which we used to do 2 years back. So it was a different prompt. We have changed the prompt for the last 2-3 recruitment drives. So the prompt is now very simple, that why do you think that you are the right fit for Samagra? What you are mentioning is an older prompt. We used to ask videos on that before. So please don't confuse. This is the latest prompt, which is why do you think that you are a right fit for Samagra? Yeah.
Okay. The second question is that right now I'm pursuing an MSc. It's kind of incomplete. I'll end finishing the course in September. So technically I have got the marks of 2 semesters, and right now we're working on the dissertation. So when I am making my resume, where I will maybe make a box or a table to explain, to tell all the things that I've done, over there, can I put the average of the first 2 semesters that I have gotten?
That is okay. Yes, that's completely fine. Yeah.
Okay. Third is, when I'm coming to work experience, I actually have a PhD in English literature. I changed my field after a few years of teaching, and I have done a lot of part-time and volunteering work, which relates directly to the field that Samagra is working with. So when I'm talking about work experience, does my part-time work count as well?
Part-time work will not count. Only full-time experience is what we will be looking at. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. And just the last question. You said that the locations are related to whichever project you have in whichever state. So one, do we have the choice to select which state? And two, if we are allocated a state, let's say maybe Telangana or maybe let's say Delhi, do we stay fixed on that, or is it likely to change every 3 or 4 years with the change in project?
So yes, so basically, you don't have a choice in the staffing. Staffing, once you join us, is when we tell you which programs you need to go to, and then there's also a need to move from one program to another, and which could easily lead to transfer from one particular location to another. Every 8 to 12 months, not 3 to 4 years. It's 8 to 12 months. 8 to 12 months you'll be in one program, maybe Lucknow, then you may be sent to Bhubaneswar, then you will be sent to Mumbai, Delhi, if new states are unlocked, then those. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. That's all that I have. Thank you for doing this video. It really helped a lot.
Thank you. Yes, Rajiv, please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes.
My one point is there an age limit? Maximum age limit, I mean to say.
नहीं सी 0 to 5 years of experience है, that's the वो उसमें if you are in that तो अभी apply कर सकते हैं, नहीं तो you can apply later when we have say more open drive. Yeah.
Here only 0 to 5 years experience means age bar 30-35 years. That's what you mean to say.
मतलब
approximately.
0 to 5 years तो typically 25, 26, 27 years, 28 years तक का ही होगा typically. That's my assumption.
Because in video it was mentioned that any age 50, 55, 60, everybody is eligible.
Which video are you talking about?
I mean, from where I got this information, in that video, some lady was there.
So maybe because I've seen a lot of influencers starting posting out, so maybe some wrong information is what they've conveyed. No, basically, we're typically looking at freshers ki hiring hai ye, right? The salary ranges are 12 lakhs per annum to 28 lakhs per annum. Uske beech mein, between the three designations is what we're looking at. And 0 to 5 years experience, typically 27, 28 years tak ke logon ka hi hoga yahan par. Yeah.
No, in my case, I am not much interested in the salary part. I am more interested in the execution of the work, because I have got a lot of experience, more than 20-25 years experience. So I want to make use of those for the betterment of the society and the betterment of the country.
Yeah.
That's my point. Even if it is 50 lakhs, 12 lakhs, that is not going to matter for me. That's my point. But only, of course, the age is there. It is more than 50 years for me.
Yeah, I understand. So Rajiv जी, आप मुझसे अलग से बात करिए, उस पे LinkedIn पे, right? मैं आपसे बात करूंगा अलग से. I'll talk to you and explain to you separately. ठीक है ना?
How can I talk to you separately?
LinkedIn पे आप मेरे को बस मैसेज कर दिए. You can just search me on LinkedIn, Venkatesh Chaturvedi. Just send me a request. I'll accept it, and then you can message me there. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Unnati, please go ahead.
Hi. Yeah. First of all, so sorry you have to spend so many hours with this. I hope I'm clearly audible though.
Yeah, you're audible. Yeah.
Great. My questions were just two. The first one being, since you have mentioned multiple times that there are certain locations where Samagra is already established. Will you guys be looking to fill up any positions in those locations again during this round, or is it going to be like more prioritizations towards some newer locations?
Got it. So typically, what is going to happen in my is that in the 2 to 3 months there might be new programs coming up, which could be new location, could be same location, new domains. But what happens is new domains or new programs are there. Typically, older people or tenured people get staffed there because we want to get the ball rolling immediately, and therefore the new people who are coming in would be staffed in older programs, and the existing people will get staffed to the newer program. So and therefore we are looking at people to kind of accordingly join us. Yeah.
Gotcha. Another thing that I wanted to ask is based on what you've said so far, the way you are like shortlisting the CVs and like looking at what position to fill, because if I'm not mistaken, there are like three things, like three categories of consultants that you guys are looking at, but it's up to you guys to decide who gets to be fit where.
I
So
think
how does that
very
break down?
very good question. See, folks, we are looking at, so the role for everyone is the same, which is that you are a consultant in terms of the kind of function that you relate to, but their designations are different: associate, senior associate, and consultant. The idea essentially is based on previous experience, based on the years of experience, based on the quality of interview, based on all of that is what we take a decision that what designation to offer. So it's a function of all of that, and therefore in the interview process, everything remains the same. It's just a judgment call on the part of our leadership that, okay, this person will fit more as a senior as associate because the time to become a manager is this much, and therefore right now the person is here, will take XYZ more years to manage a team, and therefore we want to put that as a designation as of now. So it's a function of assessment. Yeah.
Yep, that was all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hi, Bharat.
Hey, Venkatesh.
Folks,
Thank you so much for.
I'll just take two more questions, folks. I'm so sorry. I know there are a lot of hands still raised. Just add me on LinkedIn. The rest of you can drop me a message there. I will ensure that all my inbox is kind of replied to by tomorrow morning. Yeah. Yes, please go ahead, Bharat.
Hey, Venkatesh. Yeah. Thank you so much for hosting this session. I have two questions. One is around how long are the programs typically? For example, NIPUN, given the scale, what does the timeline look like? And my second question is how many times are you on ground when you're working with the government or the bureaucrats or the benefactors?
Yeah. So typically a program lasts for 4 to 5 years. That's a typical journey because these are transformative long-term programs. That's the extent of the time that is there. The way we kind of ensure that we are on the ground, having our ears there, right? Essentially is that every month, 2 times, the whole team is doing district visits. So there will be district ownership. One person may be owning say 4 to 5 districts. So they'll pick 2 and then 2 days, 1 district, something like that. And that's how they kind of ensure that they're meeting people on throughout the year also.
Got it. And when someone is traveling, is it the entire team or is it only the consultants or all the associates in the program?
So typically everyone takes a decision ki sab chale jayenge, to then who will be there to address to the stakeholder in the government office. So then they kind of do some kind of case, 2 log pehle chale jao, 2 din baad 2 log chale jayenge. So that all kind of gets figured out. Yeah.
Got it. Great. Thank you so much, Venkatesh.
Yeah. I'll take the last question, Arshi, the lucky one. So Arish. Okay, Arish is not there. Siddharth, you may go.
Sir, can internship experience is considered as a real-time experience? I have 1 year internship experience.
So internship तो नहीं है, मतलब वो full time नहीं होता है, तो we don't look at it as a full time experience. Yeah.
And so one more question, can I drop my portfolio as benchmark?
Portfolio of?
Portfolio as benchmark.
So what is there in portfolio? Is it design?
It is a website that contains 2 to 3 projects.
So as long as उसके अंदर there are relevant documents, you can put that, we can quickly look at it, and then if it is easily accessible कि ये documents हैं ये हैं, तो I can navigate through that.
सर उसमें डॉक्यूमेंट्स नहीं होंगे, उसमें वेबसाइट ही होगा.
हाँ, तो वेबसाइट तो नहीं है फिर, मतलब वही कह रहा हूँ कि portfolio, if it is a folder with multiple documents, that's still fine, but we are looking at document, presentation, concept note, report kind of documents for now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot. I hope a lot of your questions got addressed. जो नहीं है तो please message me on Telegram. So many platforms on LinkedIn, and I'll kind of reply there.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir,
you.
for having a